That's a bitch who stands on business.
You just have to respect the balance. The boys line. Welcome back to Baby Daddies, the podcast where we recap Daddy TV and Out TV's For the Love of DILFs Season 3. This is episode 2. Things get messy this episode, girl. Messy boots. The daddies are running amok. I realized that a lot of my first impressions on people have been shattered. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. First impressions are meant to change because,
right.
Don't judge the cover by the don't judge the book by the book. There's this video where this guy keeps on fucking up. I'll send it to you, but it's been killing me all night, and I just keep going. Don't judge the cover by the. Don't sky the cover by the. Whatever. Anyway, Imario, how are you?
I'm doing great. I just got done watching the episode for the second time, and honestly, the second watch was even better than the first. Like they bring in this episode, and it's what I needed from everybody.
Oh, fully. Yeah, I also I just watched the episode for the second time and gagged, loving it. The season is fantastic.
Tundra. Girls can't breathe, can't speak.
Yeah, up to the first revelation that I had, we start off with Nicholas and Jay. Nicholas is feeling Jay, wants to go see him, wants to shoot his shot. The first revelation of the day, Nicholas has hair.
Oh, yeah, because he was wearing like a hat.
He had that hat. And the hat was like one of those, it was pulled down on his forehead from the front. So it just looked like he didn't have hair. And I just thought he was bald because it suits him. He looks like he would have a good bald head,
Mm-hmm.
So when he comes into Jay's room, into the himbo's room, it has this full head of hair. I said, oh, what's this?
It just, this is what you meant by shattered. Like 2 minutes in, you find out someone has hair and you're just like, I don't know what to do with my life anymore. Yeah. What is going on?
Yeah. And this is, John is kind of the same way because John also always has a hat on. So when he takes it off and people see that he has like a literal, like this like huge mess of curls under his hair, they're like, what the I just thought you were bald.
When I came to see you at work and he was like walking up to me out of the corner of my eye and like talking, I did not know it was him. I was like, well, who's this man trying to accost me? But I was like, no, it's John, just without a hat, with a full head, like more hair than I have. I was like, oh, okay.
When he lets that shit grow, that man has a full afro. It's so cute. I love when he lets his hair grow. Anywho, Nicholas is like, I don't want to step on any toes, but I have to shoot my shot, which I commend because what were we talking about earlier? Daddy hopping, himbo hopping. You're here to meet people. This is the time to meet people. Let's walk around. Let's talk to people. So I really do commend him for doing this. I don't know if I can commend going back to 20-year-old Nicholas who doesn't give a fuck and stole his friend's boyfriend, but
that might be regressing a little bit too far.
That might be a little too much. Maybe, go back to 30-year-old Nicholas who knows what he wants and is willing to ask for it, even if the answer might be, that's trying to find a happy medium here.
That one. The scene switches to Jay, and Jay wants to know, like, hey, I have a problem with jealousy. Like, I don't want you to be jealous. If I'm going to talk to people, I'm going to talk to people. Like, if you're going to get mad, I can't be doing that. And Nicholas is like, you know what? I won't like it, but if that's what you want, I will support you. And then production knocks on the door and, hey, bring in the daddies.
Bring in the daddies. He said jealousy. Bring in the other daddy.
Literally, I wrote here in my notes.
The response that Nicholas has is kind of the response that every guy who gets jealous says when someone says, I don't do well with jealousy. And they're like, yeah, no, it's fine. I'm not going to like it. I don't want to see it, but I respect it. You could just say, no, I'm sorry. I am a jealous person. Just say, and that's okay.
Being honest on reality TV.
Well.
I mean, then again, I did text you yesterday. Like, people don't lie on Twitter, okay? Like,
that's true. But also, people do just say that they're okay with stuff when they're trying to get at somebody, even though they know they're not okay with it, Many such cases.
I wrote here in my notes when Jay calls him Fox. I have to call him Foxy now. When Foxy came in, I thought about the Maury episode when old girl Sally was afraid of the olives, and then Maury was like, bring out the olives. And she was like, oh on. Like, that's
Dude,
literally what
Maury
I
Povich was
played.
terrorizing people.
Like,
But yeah,
every
Foxy
response
comes
walks
in. I love that we keep going. Every time I see Foxy, I think about him singing "The Boy Is Mine," but he's singing it in the wrong melody because that is not how the song goes. He says "The Boy Is Mine," and that is not what Brandy nor Monica were doing. So anytime he's on screen, I go, "The Boy Is Mine."
That's what makes him so charming. And even Jay is like, his voice is smooth like butter. I'm like, you know what? You can sing The Boy's Mind to the tune of Popular any day you want, Jay.
Oh, yes.
Fox.
You're gonna be diva boats. Foxy is like, I would like a little time. Oh, you having a little chit chat? Oh, that's so cute. Get the fuck out.
I really think production did this for us because it echoes back to Phoenix in season 1. Like, hey, what are you guys talking about?
Yes.
Or is this The Beauty and the Beast? Like,
yes. Have you ever done a threesome?
You know who's fucking your man?
God, I love it so much. I love it so much. Foxy kicks out Nicholas in not so many words. Foxy isn't worried because he's just not worried. And, you know, I love that.
Mm-hmm. Chill. He said, I got my man. Where's yours?
What's a sheep to a goat?
So I had to look that up because as Texan and country as I am.
Is that a thing?
I have never heard of it. When I looked it up, I sent you that screenshot of like Google suggesting little TJ lyrics. And I was like, I don't think this is what it is.
I don't think so.
And then I saw something else about like sheep and goat being like good and bad or superior versus inferior. And I was like, this can't be it. So I just need Foxy to come out and be like, please explain this metaphor.
Yeah, Foxy, explain it to us. And also, Foxy, I need you to explain to us, why didn't you just say, what's a sheep to a fox? Come on. It's in the name, sister.
Where's the Tokyo Tony where she's like,
yeah.
Okay.
It's in the name. It was right there. Anyway, I mean, goats, I don't know. There is a tea called Horny Old Goat. It's a Chinese tea. It's meant to like, I think it's an
What is it meant to do?
It's an aphrodisiac tea.
Oh.
You drink it, you're the horny old goat. So maybe that's why. Maybe he's the horny old goat in this situation. Don't ask me
I think we'll find out later.
I'm sure you can find out right now if you'd like. Anywho, they start making out hot and heavy after an exchange of Mardi Gras beads, a little tits for tat, and then we swap over to Robert and Samuel. And Robert, much to the second revelation, seems much more comfortable in this scene talking to Samuel. Like, it literally took him one day. He seems very, very comfortable now. Not so much in the confessional still, but in this scene with Samuel, he seems, he's got the hand on the leg. He's talking real sweet. He's putting on a little more of that charm. And then you kind of see it. You're like, oh, okay, no, that first day must have just been really like, oh God, what do I do? Like, what is like, I'm doing this, The
cameras are on, walking down the stairs. Like, it's like, oh shit, deer in headlights. But now, baby, she ruling the forest now.
Oh, she's got it. She's got it. What did you think about this little scene? I liked it.
I really liked the scene. I enjoyed that when Robert talked about his family. Like, he's like, I don't want to put too much of my family on camera, but my daughter is everything to me. That made me think of Anthony from season 2. Love you so much, Anthony.
Yes.
Miss you.
Anthony. That's my king right there. I was curious when he said he's more sexual than his brothers. I feel like that is an interesting way to I
thought that was like a way to phrase like, I have a kid, they don't. So like that's just I'm more sexual than they are. That's how I took it.
I don't think it's like that. I think it's because we've seen this with it. I think he's more, I don't know, maybe they wouldn't get him being with a younger guy, or maybe they just wouldn't get him being gay. I don't know. I am curious about what he meant by that. So, Robert, if you're listening, slide in our DMs. Let's talk about it. Also, come on for an ep, sister. Yeah, I just thought it was a weird way to. I'm just curious about the context here. But I do appreciate, he's like, I'm not in any rush to like fully come out. My business is my business. Their business is their business. It don't matter if she is a lesbian. Her business is her business.
I'm so fucking housewife coded. I was thinking Potomac Kiarna, where she was like, I own a business, I mind my business, but I stand on business. I was like, okay. Oh yeah, she ate.
I love that. And then Samuel has this talk about embracing feminine clothing and whether that would impact his relationship with Robert. You know, especially Robert being newly out. Sometimes a lot of like newly outed guys are like, I'm gay, but I'm not like those. I'm not like the rest of those fags. You know, it is, you know, can be kind of like anti-fem and stuff like that. But Robert seems to not be like that, at least in this moment. He's like, no, wherever you want to wear, it's hot. It's cute. You're hot. And then they get to tonguing. He puts that hand on the chin as they're making out. I see you.
He's putting the moves on him.
I see
you. And it's working for all of us watching.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. And then we move on to Timmy and David, where Timmy's like, you know, I've never topped.
Oh, Dr. Dill said he had like a secret that has never been, no one ever would have guessed it, which
I've never topped. And then the third revelation, David comes out as this deviant gentleman, dom top kinkster. See, look, we're just smashing. I said, oh, David will put you through the mattress.
And he will, with a smile the entire time.
Oh, yes. And Timmy's like, you know, I like how serious and how much of a wordsmith that Victor is, but, you know, I really like David's free spirit, which is another way to say David could put me through a mattress, is what Timmy's saying. As they're talking, they do this like crotch shot to David, and something was moving. Let's just say that.
Something was moving. It was twitching. It was
purring. Then they compliment each other's eyes. He says, you should come get a closer look. I said,
that would have worked on me. That would have worked.
It would have worked. But the way Timmy goes, yes. I love a homosexual. I love a gay, like just gay, capital G, gay.
Like Laganja, like gay? Like
gay. I love it. To respond to someone telling you to come kiss them with yas. Yeah, because it's not yes, it's yas.
It's yas.
It is so good. Timmy.
Timmy. Raise one up for Timmy tonight.
Yeah. Pour it out. They start kissing, and after they finish kissing, he says, "That's hot." I said, Paris is deep inside of this woman. Deep. Mm-hmm. And then you should see what else the mouth can do.
Okay.
Diva boots.
Timmy did call David Mr. Worldwide, and then I had a flashback of the entire Pitbull discography in my head as I was watching it. Hey.
Mr. 305. Dale. And then we cut to right across the pool, and this is sending me because I love when these scenes happen and literally it's right there. And Victor's like just getting over this whole Timmy thing and is like looking across at the two of them probably making out while him and Danny are on ice between scenes. You know what I mean? Like they just have to sit there by the pool like, oh, okay.
I love a dramatic like front to back shot. It's just, it always works. Always gags us every time.
Always. I love it. Victor's got an idea about WeHo boys that Danny has shattered that expectation. Which I feel like everyone has an idea about WeHo boys, but not everybody can be like the WeHo. You know what I mean? Like some people, we consist of multitudes, you know.
Still, the only thing I have about WeHo boys is that I will go there and my phone will get stolen. That is.
See? And I think that's the one thing that stays true. Your phone will get stolen. Danny, let us know. We need to know about these stolen phones. Mm-hmm. There's more than just a tight hole. So we know the phones aren't going in there.
Oh, no, they're not going there. They're going somewhere else. We need to know.
The phones are getting stolen like in some like Monkey Man type multi-level marketing scheme where like, did you see Monkey Man or no?
No, but you said Monkey Man. I thought of Batman and Robin, but this is not that Monkey Man.
No. This is the Dev Patel movie. So there's a scene where Dev Patel, he like hires a kid to like steal this woman's wallet so he can like get her contact information so he can get a job with her for revenge reasons. So the kid A man pretending to be a blind panhandler bumps into her and knocks over the purse. He steals the wallet. While she's in the commotion of all that, he pushes forward. The wallet gets handed off to a kid. The kid's running. The wallet then it gets handed off to another kid. The kid is climbing up poles. It's handed off to a woman who is doing laundry and sends it down the clothesline, who sends it to someone else who's doing this. And it goes to like 800 people just to get back to the hotel. This is how the WeHo phone stealing schemes work. They steal your phone. They steal like 4 or 5 phones at once. They hand them off to one person who hands them off to another person. It changes hands so quick. It changes hands like 4 people, and that's how they steal the phones.
You don't crack the code.
Yeah. Anyway, this has nothing to do with the show, but please keep an eye on your belongings if you're a WeHo. That's all.
Use your front pockets. They put signs in every bar here.
Yes. Even then, front pockets, you got to be wary. Zippers in pockets or crossbody bags where you have your hand over that top, diva.
I mean, a lot of these himbos got their hands on other tops here, but
yes. Victor asked Danny out on a date, and Danny goes, "Oh," which at first is like, "Ooh, oh no," yeah. But then in a confessional, Danny's like, "Oh no, Victor is reciprocating the same feelings that I was already feeling." So you're like, okay, gotcha. That feels better. Mm-hmm. This is definitely the slow burn relationship of the season so far. Everyone else is tonguing each other and talking about what else the tongues could do, and the boys behind. And meanwhile, they're still on. I love that you built community. Cheers. They do have a really good talk later, though.
They do. I mean, sometimes the tortoise wins the race,
Mm-hmm. We're back. We just take a quick little break to do some audio stuff, but we're back. And yeah, what did you think about Victor and Danny and their slow burn kind of talk here?
I love a good slow burn date because Victor said Danny had the substance, and of course, me being chronically online, I was like, the substance, like sound effects went in my head. The Substance was also a slow burn movie, and look how great it did.
Was it a slow burn movie? I feel like shit hit the fan after 30 minutes. I guess the front was slow. The first was a little. I guess the front part, but when it started hitting, because Elizabeth Sparkle, she couldn't even make it 1 week. 1 week before Sue was like, "I need that extra day, bitch." Literally after where we've swapped once and you're telling me already you need an extra day, sister.
Girl, this balance is not working. Like
it's not. I just have to respect the balance. It's killing me.
So respect it. Click and choose.
Yeah. Ain't no back talk. Oh God, The Substance is fantastic.
So good. I've seen it 4.5 times now.
I love that for you. Spreading the gospel.
Mm-hmm. You know what else we could spread? My ass on this blue couch.
On this blue couch. I feel like they referenced this stolen blue couch specifically for us. They knew we were going to comment on it. They knew we were going to say, "Hey, ain't this the couch for the last mansion?" They wrote this for us. Yeah. They
Are we narcs? No. I'm just observant.
Exactly. Observant. I'm just a chismosa. I just point out what I see. In this blue couch, Justin is under-caffeinated. And this is the next revelation. Remember last episode I said I think Justin's annoying, but not in a way that I think is really bad. Mm-hmm. I think I realized he is me. I am him. I think Justin and I have very similar personalities, and that's why I said he was annoying. It's because I'm seeing myself. I am also severely under-caffeinated.
Y'all is one.
Yeah, remember you are what? It all comes back to The Substance.
Oh my God. Okay. Now that I'm like replaying it in my head, I could see, like, I could just switch places with y'all, and I could, yeah.
Think about it. The vocabulary... Justin has a very colorful vocabulary, a penchant for saying really stupid things that like ideologically opposed to bottoming, which is like evidently a joke, but just pulling out the big word to that end just to do that.
100%.
Exactly. What did I say yesterday? He's got the guffaw of a beldam.
me being guffaw, Jasper being like Beldum.
Okay.
Like,
Yup.
you really pulled out the thesaurus every single day. You really do.
I love a word. I love a word. I love a word. And speaking of words, Steph may have messed up a couple words in this entrance where he says he's from Las Vegas, California. Steph is the new himbo in the house. I at first thought that Las Vegas, California was like a Springfield thing, you know, where there's like a Springfield in like every state or whatever. I was like, is there like a Vegas in California that I'm missing? But then he says that he's also a circus performer. And I'm like, no, you have to be in the Vegas, but that's Nevada. That being said, Vegas is very close to California. Like it's like right there. The border's like,
the margin of error is okay. Like, you know, I forgive it.
yeah. Like when you're driving around Vegas, a lot of signs just straight up say like this way to Los Angeles. Like the highway signs are just basically telling you a bunch of California stuff. So I guess if you're just not thinking about it offhand, he's in the circus and he wants a inspiring gray-haired tattooed daddy to keep his creative brain moving. He's cute.
He's very handsome. As Fox said in episode 1 when Robert came out, body. Baby works out. I love the tattoos. A daddy with gray hair and tattoos would also get me. You know what? Basically, every daddy on the cast would get me. Let me just go ahead and say it. Like they could all do something for me.
Valid.
Run me that damn bath.
Mm-hmm. Put flowers in my room. The boy is mine. Steph is feeling David. David is feeling Steph. Steph chooses David for a booty massage date, and Timmy is crashing out. Baby does not like to share. No, ma'am. I'm not threatened. Pulls out a Drag Race UK. I'm not threatened. I don't even remember who said that, but someone
This is so
did.
Paris coded because Paris told Jimmy he could get anything he wants. So when Jimmy can't have this, oh my God, Jimmy. Paris told Timmy he can have whatever he wants.
Okay, I was like, who's Jimmy? I'm over here thinking
came in
that
and
I'm
said, I want David. Timmy is like, excuse me? Like,
yeah,
this ain't yours, but I don't care. You can have him for the day because at the end, he knows where home is.
Yeah. I hate a bitch who says he knows where home is.
That's why I said it. I knew you were going to hate it.
If you don't leave that man don't want you. He does not want you. I can't. Ah! On to the booty massage. If you're touching my ass this much, there better be a tongue in there soon. I don't think I'd be able to survive a booty massage.
Oh, no, baby. When I went to Mexico with my man and they were giving us massages, baby, I was hard. I already knew I was going to get hard. And I was like, it is what it is. I mean, I will say.
I get hard if you poke me the wrong way, you know, like, let alone a full ass massage.
I do think production, I'm not going to say we're producing the production, but I think after the season 1 massage, they definitely listen to us specifically.
I would hope so, because that room where they gave each other massage, although this would have been, if they had to give each other booty massages.
Mm-hmm. Can we install 2 more cameras in that room?
I can hear Bobby already complaining about the massage. He is not over the fact that winning a full challenge, cleaning grime and dirt off of a kitchen counter.
And I know it smelled crazy because he said it smelled crazy.
He said he smelled lasagna under his fingernails for days.
And then the prize they got was like, here's the bottle of oil. And then we'll just put y'all in the room and close the door.
Meanwhile, here we got full masseuses. They're talking about work. Steph says he was engaged. David said he's been successful in work, but not in love. He hasn't had a relationship that lasted over 6 months and 10 years. And then he rips off the Band-Aid. He says, you may have ruffled a feather or two. But he doesn't say specifically who it is, which I find telling. He's kind of playing that game of like, I'm talking to this person, but I'm open to it, blah, blah, blah. He's like not staking his claim. He's saying he's very open to talking to people, which again, I commend. We're only on episode 2. Mm-hmm. I like that they're not being so tied down. The boy is mine, you know.
I need a super cut when the season is over. Every
Yeah.
time you said the boy is mine.
It's stuck in my head. I can't. I'm stimming every time I say it. So he's down to talk to everyone. Remember last episode I said he was down to talk to everybody, but only talking to Timmy. I was wrong. This is the next expectation that has been shattered. So, see, it keeps.
Did he have
happening.
to wait for the right everyone to come along? Is that what it was?
Yeah, he had to wait for the right everyone. But work for him. There's a cut in this scene of the masseuse working on David, and it's just like the gel sticking to his ass hair. I don't know why that sent me.
I was too busy looking at Steph's ass and the way they put like what is it? I don't want to say frosting on it because it's not frosting, but whatever stuff I would put frosting on it. I would frost it, but whatever they put on the ass, I was like, it looks like cake. I mean, it is cake.
It was one of them. I don't know. It looked like one of those like moisturizing cleanser type deals because they were doing that like kind of like circular motion with like the brush. That must have felt nice. Maybe I do want a booty massage.
Let's go to DILF Mansion and get one.
Yeah, let's go to, what was it? They said the name of the company, but the company's not paying us, so we're not going to say the name.
Yeah.
It was like Booties Are Us or something.
Let me book that name on Blue Sky right now. Booties Are Us.
Yeah, Booties Are Us in LA or something like that. Anyway, whatever it was, it looks like they gave a good massage. And then we cut to mathletics. Jay says he was a college athlete, work sister. And Dr. DILF said he fucked the lacrosse team, but then Jay on Instagram the other day said no, it was the soccer team. So work.
Clock it.
Timmy staking his claim. How's my daddy's ass?
As soon as Steph walked in, right out the gate, how was my daddy's ass? Like, see, that's a bitch who stands on business. Timmy, I love you for that.
Yeah, and the rest of the himbos also like throwing some light shade in there too. I thought was like they said, you know, ho ho ho, you all coming out, Danita, it's Christmas.
Justin said, do you usually meet people ass first? And it was back to back. They all got some chops this season. I need to see all of them like on a comedy challenge. Put them all in Snatch Game. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to spoil anything. I'll say it later. Say it later. Stormy comes out in this cute little cheer number, very very fun. Then they got to do this like sports thing. They have to get They have to do the sport to get the number to solve an equation. I feel like there's too many steps in this challenge. In reality, it's really only 2 steps, but it felt more complicated when we were going through it. So like I don't know, but seeing them do it, I'm like, oh, actually, this is pretty simple. Justin says, of course I'm not good at math. I'm here. That's my king. Yeah.
I mean, listen, Justin, I can't argue with that. I'm also bad at math. You know, I would have also ended up on reality television. Like, that's why I'm here commenting on it. See?
Yeah, exactly. That's why we're here. Foxy, big brain mechanic here.
Massive brain.
He says, you know, this could have been easy. He wants us to know. Listen, I could have done this shit. And then there's a shot of someone throwing a football, and you know, a football is supposed to spiral, but that football was just straight up turning like this. It was not spiraling.
It was me. I threw it.
Foxy says, you know what, this could have been easy, but I needed us to lose because he knew if he didn't choose Jay first and Nicholas got to choose before him, Nicholas would choose Jay. Smart. So what does he do? Loses the match, throws the game. And I love the cuts to him like playing as if he's actually bad at it. It is so fun because knowing this extra information, you're like, oh my God, he is so like, it's like obvious that he's like playing it up. We need Foxy in a game of Among Us.
Ooh, yes.
I need to see him pretending to be crew, you know? Or better yet, Death Note Among Us. I've been pushing this damn game. Everyone, if you like Among Us deduction games and anime, buy the Death Note Among Us game and play with me, please. I'm begging you. Anyway, continue.
No, I was gonna say like Baby Daddy's game night when?
Yeah. Baby Daddy's we'll go live. Whoever wants to hop in.
Fox was definitely playing the mind game. It brought me back to Willow Pill. Like, I'm going to choose this queen because I know she's going to choose a song that I want to perform to. It was, honestly, it was a masterclass. I want to see Foxy. I'm going to say it again. I want to see Foxy on Traitors.
Big brain. Big brain. And he might be on that, what's the one that
the new show that they just announced?
Yeah.
Slayers.
Is that Slayer? I really know her.
That's what Timmy said to Steph. Slayer.
How's my daddy's house? There's a cut to David just like hitting the vape here, and I'm like, girl, can we put the little like? Can't we put the vape down for 2 seconds to do a damn challenge? Can we?
That was. I think it was shady that they put that in. Like they could have like left those 2 seconds out. They could have gotten another shot of Fox and be like, oh, damn, I just missed it. Like
no, yeah, but no, like hitting the pause. The himbos win. They get to choose their dates. Danny chooses Victor. Timmy chooses David, and David is shook. Steph chooses Robert. Samuel is shook. Samuel chooses Nicholas. It's fine. Jay chooses Foxy. Jay chooses Foxy, and of course, the boy's mine. And then Justin is left out as the odd one out, and he gets a special surprise that Stormy is very quick to say, hey, I didn't say it was a good one. I'm over here thinking that the surprise is like when they get to the carnival, the new daddy will already be there. That's what I was hoping. Ooh. I was like, because we haven't had that yet where like the person who's picked last actually gets to do the date with the new daddy. You know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, maybe they'll bring in a daddy and a himbo this episode, but nope. Instead, they douse him with water and smack him in the face.
Yep. Stormy did say Dr. Dilf got to let her choose who gets wet.
In the daddy's room, Foxy is silently eating bread. And they keep cutting him eating the bread, and he like because when David says enjoy my sloppy seconds to Robert because Robert got the date with Steph, they cut to Foxy and he goes he coughs because
She said that.
Yeah, which I mean, the sloppy seconds thing is obviously meant to be light shade, and I think it's played as like more serious than it actually is to make David seem more of like a villain type character. That being said, do the daddies have that kind of relationship with each other? We don't know. Maybe it was taken as like, oh damn, you really said that.
I mean, I think that's how Robert took it because he was like, okay, enough. Like,
well, yeah, I think Robert took it that way as kind of like the new gay. You know, just not understanding the way in which we homosexuals speak, which Dr. Dilf pointed out.
He did. We say the nastiest shit to each other as a form of endearment.
Because Nicholas said, you getting jealous, daddy? And that's when he's, okay, enough. He said, I'm shutting it down. Get that fag off the TV. I'm not watching that.
I'm not watching that.
I've right here. Oh, he's still learning.
Before we go on, did the himbos have a name for their space? I know last season they gave the name Daddy's Den. Did himbos have a name for their spot?
Oh, that's a good question. That would be a question for one of
them. Because I wrote here Himbo Heaven. I don't know if that's the name they gave it, but that's what I wrote down. The Daddy's Den and Himbo Heaven. I don't know.
We can brainstorm something if there's not. Himbo Heaven is cute, but I feel like that seems a little too like Den and Heaven. I feel like we need something a little closer to Earth, you know? Like if it's the daddy's den,
not the pillar of everything?
Girl, they might be sitting on a pillar. In the himbo's room, Justin says that he's a free agent, and this rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh,
not this. Justin said he's a free agent. Love that. Great, sure. Steph says, so you're playing a game? If you're going for everybody, I was like, no, girl, that's not what was said. He said he was a free agent. Free agent doesn't mean going for everybody because as we see later, he's not really going for anybody.
Yeah.
I'm just having fun tonight, you know? Which anytime a himbo or a daddy says, oh, I'm just having fun, is never a good sign when there's an elimination. That alone, I was like, oh, he's going. He's going. For a second, I was like, half the episode I was worried. I was like, oh my God, no, is it going to be Timmy? Is it going to be Steph? And then this happened. I was like, it's Justin. Yeah. Yeah. And then Steph is like, oh, I chose Robert. He's got muscles and all that. And then I'm like, I'm a little vain. And then Sam says, are you vain? He said, what's wrong with being vain?
And then Steph says, like, no, I'm just confident. And Samuel was like, I don't think you can be like vain. Oh my God. Steph said 2 words. He was like,
Vain
I'm
and
a little
humble,
vain. Humble. That's what the other word
which
was.
are in direct opposition of each other. I think you can be confident and humble. Vain, however, that might be a step
I feel like
over.
vain only goes one way. Like you can't just pair that with anything.
Yeah. Also, vain to me really reads as like covering for insecurities a lot of the time. Whereas confident is like, no matter what happens, you know that you'll be good, you know? Whereas vain is like propping yourself up for the end goal of being like, I don't know. Devane just, I think if he had just said, no, I'm confident, that would have been a much better way to get at it.
You know what? As I always say, I think he's planning his own redemption arc. He's like, yo, I'm vain, and then I'm actually confident. I'm humble. He's given himself his own arc.
Yeah, we're gonna see that heart open up, and that'll be the moment where like, oh, Steph, all along. Mm-hmm. But at one point, Justin goes, "You little interloper," and this is what I was like, "You are me. I am you. We are kindred sisters. We are kindred." Let me get to this carnival. You want to take us through this?
So we get to the carnival. It starts off with Samuel, and he says he doesn't ever want someone to feel. He doesn't ever want a second choice to feel like their second choice. So he definitely goes the bachelor route, and he's like, "Hey, I made you this rose."
That's very sweet.
Really cute.
That was sweet. Does he know how to make other balloon animals? Like, was he like how? I am curious about whether he actually made this balloon animal or not. I really, really want to know.
Oh, they should have done on camera. Like, okay, make us a dog now. Like,
yeah, I do a giraffe.
And then Steph tells Robert it was a little nerve-wracking coming in, but you know, hey, I chose you. Timmy didn't. That's just how the cookie crumbles. And in DILF Mansion, a lot of cookies will crumble. Relationships will crumble. Towers will fall.
Yeah. And also sometimes you just got to make a choice, you know, like like there have been other episodes where someone has thrown off the case a little bit and someone chooses a different daddy. And then it's like, well, I got to choose somebody, you know, I don't want to, you know.
It's a domino effect. I mean, it's not his fault. He had to choose, you know.
Yeah. And he said he was interested in Robert anyway. So he just went with the second option. I'm not mad at him for that, you know.
Not at all. It's a dating show. We're here to date.
Yeah. He in this scene says, at the end of the day, I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but at the end of the day, that's how the cookie crumbles.
Neither here nor there?
No, it's giving need to reach the word limit.
Oh.
At the end of the day, I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but at the end of the day, this is how the cookie crumble. And at the end of the day, the day's got to end. And
I was literally about to say that.
Yeah, it was just like
production said I got to be on camera for another 15 seconds, so I'm going to say this.
He thinks I'm cute. I think he's cute. We both like to work out. I was like, is that enough to start a relationship? We will see. But Robert says he thinks there could be potential with either Steph or Samuel. So I guess we'll see which way it goes.
He did ask Robert, you know, why did you do DILFs? And Robert said it was an interesting avenue to explore. I mean, he did come out publicly in episode 1. So it's like, why not just, if we're already going to come out, might as well just go the whole way and find a new relationship on the television. So
might as well. Or at the very least, broadcast your gigantic, massive tits to everybody watching. Hey, that's a net positive.
Listen, I'll take it. He can bounce them anytime he wants to.
Uh-huh.
I will be there, front row seat.
I'll be there. Next time we got Danny and Victor, who actually have a really nice conversation here. I really like this one. They talk about, you know, Victor, I love this line he says, you know, as long as you had a conversation about what our relationship looks like, we'd live in a modern world and I'd have a modern love with my partner. I think that is very sweet. And Danny says that's very reassuring. And I really liked what we got here. It wasn't as saucy as everyone else's, you know, but I think this was good. This was a really good scene. I think it's kind of building them up. Like I said, that slow burn. I think they might keep going.
I think they're going to go somewhere. I have to say, Victor, I also love the song Modern Love by RuPaul. It's such a hit. I knew you were going to make the face. I literally write this stuff in here just to
Of
just to do it
course.
for you.
Of course.
I do enjoy that, like, I feel like there's more talk of just Victor and Danny with like an open relationship things. I feel like in season 2 we got like a hint of that, but not always. It was like steered toward monogamy, but like
which was one of the
Victor's
criticisms
like,
we had.
yes, and Victor is like, not Victor. Danny was like, hey, you know, this might happen if someone might ask me for my number while I'm out working. Are you fine with that? And like you said, Victor was like, well, we'll have open and honest communication about it. And I just really enjoyed that. Shout out to open relationships.
Because you know what? Danny knows where home is.
I hate you so much right now.
Oh, God, I hate it. But I really do like this. And Danny goes on to say that he's envisioned himself with marriage and, you know, a ring and picket fence and all that shenanigans and stuff. But it's still open to whether that, you know, is monogamous or non-monogamous is still, you know, kind of open to whatever. Then we get Timmy and David. This,
it feels a little tense.
It felt tense. It felt tense. I was like, they're both kind of crashing out here.
A double crash out?
I think so. When Timmy's laying on thick the whole time David's thinking about Steph. But listen, I get it. He's trying to make an impression. He said, I need to see what that tongue does. Timmy said, no, you're not getting away now, bitch. And then he asked
Listen, the twinks will lock you down. Let me tell you.
They will.
The twinks and that they them pussy, it will. They them pussy had me crashing out months ago. So I get it.
I'm screaming. Timmy asked David how the date was. And as David's going through this date, you can see Timmy just like the eye is like twitching.
He's
that's
crashing
great.
out, breaking down.
That's a great. The whole time he's hearing like Kill Bill sirens, like. The tables have turned. Timmy had the daddies fighting over him. Now he's got to fight over the daddy. You know what they say? You lose them how you get them.
It's the circle of life in DILF Mansion.
Mm-hmm. But the thing that gags me is at the end, Timmy's like, so what happens if you're the last daddy choosing a himbo? He goes, yeah, I really don't know. That would piss me off. I'd be like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to go find a different daddy.
What you mean you don't know? Don't you love me?
Yeah, I would be like, no, I want someone who wants me for me. But also I get it. It's like there's not enough daddies now. So even if he was like, well, fuck this, I don't want to hang out with you anymore because you don't even want me. You talked to this man for 30 minutes during a butt massage and now you're not sure who you want. If that's all it takes, bitch, let me just pack my bags.
Right. That's what he said.
But until there's an extra daddy, he can't really hop shit. So he's kind of stuck pining over David until new meat comes around. He is literally at the mercy of the deviant gentleman, which usually is a good place to be, but not tonight. Maybe that's part of the agreement they had. Maybe it's like they had some kind of like a cucking kink, you know. David's like, I'm gonna make you feel like I'm gonna go for Steph, and I'm really gonna come home to you. And you know, it's all to build the tension, to find out what the tongue does. It's just like in the Goblin Cave when I said I need to make the Goblin Cave episode 0 where the goblins and the hero sign an agreement saying that it's all consensual. It's a CNC, you know.
Not shout the fucking CNC.
Yeah, shout out to the fellow Goblin Cave enjoyers. You know where I'm at. My people, Jay and Foxy, they're kicking it. They're just chilling. Everyone else is stressed. Jay and Foxy are like, we got this.
They're good. They seeded.
Mm-hmm. We got a cute little moment for them. But their date was like literally 30 seconds. Here's the ticket to my heart. Bye.
And my bedroom. Don't forget that part.
Oh, and that. Mm-hmm. These date activities, once again, I love it, you know, because everyone else can't really talk when they're happening. So if you look in the background, there's somewhere you see David really trying to act natural. And you could say he's trying to hit that pause. He's trying to secretly hit. I know it. He's trying to hit that vape. He's fiending for it.
Fiending, waiting for that.
Let's talk about this sweet surprise.
So the sweet surprise, Stormy walks in talking to Dr. Dilf on the phone, which she never does. Every time she talks to Dr. Dilf, it's out off screen or the himbos and daddies are not in the room. So this changed the entire game.
Yeah.
She walks in on the gold phone, and then when she's done, she gives Justin the phone, and Dr. Dilf could call at any time and say any number of salacious things.
Yeah. What are you thinking off the bat that it's for?
I think, there's just so many things it could be for, because when she gives Justin the phone, she says if he gets eliminated, he has to choose who to pass the phone to. So I was thinking it's like a, save me from elimination one, but maybe it's not. Like, is he going to call maybe an eliminated contestant back? But
I think it's a bring someone back. I think it's a bring someone back type card. That's what I'm thinking. We don't know yet, but I think it's a bring someone back type situation.
What is it, like maybe a Drag Race UK thing? Like, maybe if you're at the threat of being eliminated, you call someone and they switch spots with you. Maybe they're in the danger zone, but also I don't know.
No, what happens is you're about to be eliminated. Dr. Dilf calls the phone, says, I'll fix this. Phoenix comes swooping in and gets eliminated again. He just eats the Phoenix vote. Phone. It's the Phoenix phone. Yeah, he swoops in Jean Grey style.
Can we get Phoenix in a Marvel Rivals intro? Can we have that happen, please?
Yeah. But yeah, then Stormy's like, I get to choose who gets wet, and puts Justin in a dunk tank. And I'm using quotes because I don't know if I would call this a dunk tank. Normally a dunk tank is the person on top, the water in the bottom, and the person gets dunked into a tank. This is more of a dunk bucket. Because Justin is on the bottom and there is a bucket of water above it. Listen, I get it. Budget constraints. Whoever was on art team got together, props got together, and they made what they needed to make to get it to work. And I support that. A dunk tank, I'm sure, is very expensive. So,
that's a lot of water.
Yeah. That's a lot of water. And California's always in a drought.
Always.
Did they film in California? I don't know. They were in Florida last time. I feel like they were up in the Midwest this time, no?
I think it was Midwest. I feel like yes.
The big ass plots of land surrounding the mansion are giving Midwest. I'll say that.
Daddy TV, Out TV, if y'all are listening, can you please drop the coordinates of the mansion? We will not do anything with them. Just look it up. We won't make a trip or anything.
Oh, also, your best friend made an appearance in this episode twice. That CGI dolphin.
I have 5 dolphin emojis in my notes right here.
She's back. The CGI dolphin is back, sister.
I have missed her so much. She deserves the world. I'm sorry. That is a real dolphin. You cannot tell me that is CGI.
Listen, they brought her straight from Florida. She's back up,
Flued out. My girl.
Flew out. Anyway, let's get to the end of this episode. The elimination starts up. The daddies are about to choose what himbo they want to save, and Justin interrupts. And Samuel's like, "You don't interrupt Stormy," but I'm like, "Wait, he interrupted Foxy, no?"
He did interrupt Foxy. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Stormy had the floor, but Foxy was speaking. So I mean, I think Stormy just owns the entire mansion and the plots of land. So it's like if you interrupt anyone, it's basically interrupting Stormy.
Oh, you better not cough. She'll pull a Jocelyn. You gonna cough at me? You gonna cough at me, bitch? I'm so glad this isn't Zeus Network. Could you imagine what would have happened if Justin said, "Is it okay if I interrupt?" If this was a Zeus Network TV show? Girl.
Insert clip of Jocelyn like fighting everyone in that like underground area, swinging at the cameraman.
Oh my god. Anywho, Justin says a very candid thing of like, listen, I'm just kind of not where I thought I was. I'm not really feeling any of the daddies. I'm actually much more interested in all the himbos making continuing connections. So for that reason and that reason alone, I'm going to step out. Stormy gets flashbacks to Looters leaving because he don't want to be a Phoenix Part 2, the remix, which pissed us the fuck off.
I wanted my Phoenix moment.
Yeah, exactly. And so, she's like, that time it made me mad. This time, however, I appreciate your honesty. This makes a lot more sense than, no, I'm not going to do an extra scene just because I don't want to go out like that. which that's a conversation for another day. We've talked at length about this, how wrong he did Phoenix, but Justin gives the phone to Timmy because he sees a lot of promise between Timmy and David, which David is still crashing out at this point because now people keep putting him and Timmy together, whereas he is still thinking about Steph. So if everyone is pushing them together, it's like, oh my God, they're dating. But David's like, no, we're not. I only know this kid for 2 episodes.
Oh.
So I don't know. We will see what happens next. But Justin, I'll miss you. That's my second favorite first out.
Yeah. Justin did have a good run with some good vocabulary. Before he left, he did say he didn't want to be the Hazel or Kane of season 3. Daddy Kane, I love you. Hazel, I will retweet everything you post. It's all gold. David did thank Justin before he left for saving his ass. But I do want the B-roll of what if Justin didn't leave? Who would David have chosen?
I did want to see that drama of it all. And also David wasn't even last in the lineup.
He was third.
Nicholas was last in the lineup. So I want to know what would have happened after David makes his choice, how the rest of it would have shook up. Who would Nicholas have chosen? Because Nicholas was into Jay, but hasn't really made a big connection with any of the other himbos yet.
No, he hasn't. Trying to remember the lineup. Was Fox between David and Nicholas, or was Fox before?
Fox was first.
Fox was first. Okay.
Fox was first.
He was speaking. You said that.
Yes, he was speaking, and then I need like a
Fox
list
would have chosen Jay. So who would Nicholas have chosen?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can we get a what if season for the love of DILFs?
Yeah, Out TV's What If. That's the end of the episode. We'll catch you on the next one. I've been Jake. You can follow me at Poison Touch Pod or Curl Kunk for all my normal stuff. Mario, where can they find you on that blue couch?
If you want to see me busted up on the blue couch and make balloon animals with my ass, you can catch me on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Twitter at Booty Origami.
Boom. All right, bye. Of course I'm not good at math. I'm here.